Okay, so once again, good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, good evening, depending on your time zone. Please kindly let me know if you can hear me. You can just drop some emojis if you can hear me. Oh, wow. Thank you, Damilola. I see you, Nafisat here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Yusuf. Yes, thank you. Yes, I can see that here. All right. So once again, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on your time zone. Welcome to TechRise DTI webinar. This webinar is focused on the major phases of the tech space. We have, like we all know, design, code, and in general, the tech space is all about creativity, right? So that is why we're gathered here, and also we'll be looking at it from the beginner's point of view, right? So whether you are a beginner, whether you are an expert, whether you're at the intermediate level, this webinar is for you, and I believe we're going to learn and learn and learn a lot, right? So I also would want to use this opportunity as well to welcome our speaker today, Rukayat Yaro. I hope I pronounced that very well. Should be the one to walk us through today. Thank you very much. I see there that's from our speaker. Yeah, so but before we go, before we give the floor to our speaker to start, I would want to just give us a brief insight about what TechRise is all about. So TechRise DTI is an abbreviation for TechRise for Digital Transformation Initiative. It's a nonprofit organization committed to driving digital transformation in Africa, right, through grassroots education, youth empowerment, and tech-enabled community development, right? And we're also focused on upskilling and skilling the girl child, right? We are in partnership with Dev and Design. We're also in partnership with Tovero Energy, right? Tovero Energy is a tech energy-based company, right? So we have started a couple of projects on digital literacy, job starter pack scholarships, digital skill training for youth and adults, and we are also looking at going into our rural schools to also bring and also expose the younger generation who are not able to access the tech space at the early stage, right? So basically, this is what TechRise stands for, and also pioneering women and girl child in tech programs, entrepreneurship, and innovation hubs as well. For this year, we've been able to give out a couple of scholarships in front-end development and also UI UX design scholarship. And we look forward also to give out more scholarship to those people who may not be able to actually access the platforms to learn, to get these skills and use those skills for their own benefit, right? So this is what TechRise is all about. And we're also open to collaborations. We're open to learning. We're also open to teaching, skilling, and all that, right? So that's what TechRise DTI is all about. So if you've not followed us, please kindly follow us on all social medias, all social media platforms. Follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, that's X. Follow us on Facebook if you're on Facebook. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel, all at TechRise DTI. Just type TechRise DTI on any of these social media platforms, and you will see us right there in your face. So we look forward as you follow us on all social media platforms and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. So having said that, thank you very much once again. So permit me to officially introduce our guest speaker today. Her name is Rukayat Yaro. Rukayat Yaro is a product designer at Omni Retail, where she crafts user-centered experiences that drive business growth and improve usability across digital products. She has also worked on products like Geroid and Fort, designing intuitive fintech and SaaS experience that solve real user problems. With a background in estate management and a deep interest in the business of design, Rukayat combines creativity with strategy in every project she takes on. Beyond her design work, she mentors emerging designers through her design community, the DWR community, helping them gain clarity and confidence in their career journeys. She's passionate about using design as a tool for impact and inspiring others to do the same. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a round of applause to our speaker, Rukayat Yaro. Yes, Rukayat Yaro, you have the floor.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. It's so nice to be here. Please just let me just turn on my, please confirm you can see me.
Yes, sure. I can see you.
Thank you so much for inviting me to be here. I am very excited to share my little knowledge, and let's see how it's going to go. So I prepared a slide. For ease, I think I will share the link after. So
Yes.
1 second, let me just share my screen. I really hope I'm sharing the screen. Yeah, so please confirm you can see my screen.
Yes. I can see your screen. You can see your screen.
Okay. Yes, so hi everyone. My name is Rukaya, and like our host has said, I run a design community and I'm a product designer as well. So basically, I'm a product designer, so I'll mostly be talking about what design is while touching on what development, that is code, is as well. And because, I'm not an expert at being a developer, I'll be mainly focused on design, so bear with me. So today's topic is a beginner's guide to tech success, and it's just to share a guide, a roadmap as to how you can have a successful career as a techie. So whatever field that it is that you choose, this should help you start. So this is me. If you're active on Twitter, you should know a design queen, and if not, you can just search for design queen on Twitter. That is me. So the host introduced me properly, but I just want to add like my personality. I'm not your normal tech person. I am a very fun person. If you follow me on my socials, you know that. Oh, I like to play a lot, and so I enjoy games. If you play COD, that's my kind of game. I enjoy it a lot. So so outside of design, outside of community work, I'm a gamer, and I enjoy music and food as well. So that's me. So our agenda for today is to talk about design as a whole, design and user experience, how design shapes digital products and user experiences, design meets code, which is building usable and scalable tech products, then a roadmap for your growth, then a summary of what we've discussed, and then you can now ask me questions. So while I'm speaking and maybe I'm running so fast or you need me to touch on something, please share it in the chat so that you do not distract me as I'm talking by raising your hand. Thank you. So without much ado, we're just going to dive into it. But before I start, how many designers are here, or how many aspiring designers are here? Drop it in the chat so that I know how many we are. So please, this is supposed to be very, very engaging, right? So if you're aspiring to be a designer or you're already learning to be a designer, yeah, newbie, intermediary, whatever stage that you are, just drop it in the class and just let me know that, okay, I'm a designer. Okay, nice. I can see Ray and Daniel. Okay, great. No female designers here. People should not be shy. Excuse me. Let's make this as interesting as possible, right? I just need one more female, or rather a female to just okay. Let me just go on. So basically, okay, Nofi starts. All right, great. Okay, so we have more females learning UI UX. All right. So what is design, right? Design is not just about making things look pretty. It's about solving problems and like creating experiences that matter. When the host was introducing me, there was a part where he said, I enjoy creating products that are impactful. If your design or if the product that you're working on doesn't solve a particular problem, it's just pretty, it's just fine. And it doesn't anybody. And the goal of being a designer is to solve problems digitally and ensure that your users' questions or wants are being answered, and it just makes life easy for them. So, what is user experience? We talk about UX, we talk about UI, we say UI UX a lot. A lot of people say, oh, I'm a UI UX designer, but what is UI? What is UX? So user experience is the overall experience that a person, somebody's mic is on, distracting me. Wasil, your mic is on. Yeah, thank you. Please, if your mic is on, just like mute it so that it doesn't distract. Yeah, so UX is the overall experience that a person has when they're interacting with your product. So we all use some certain apps on our phones. We use WhatsApp, we use Twitter, we use majority of the popular apps, right? Now, what happens when you're trying to send a message and you keep getting stuck and your message is not delivering, it's not your network, it's just not giving you whatever action that it is that you want to carry out. So you click a button and the button is not doing anything, the button is just there. Or maybe you're trying to make a payment and you click make payment after inputting your details, and when you input it, nothing happens, just stop on that screen. So the feeling that you get at that moment when you're trying to carry out an action and it doesn't work, that's what we call user experience. How is your user feeling when they use your product or when they are interacting with your product, right? Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they frustrated? Are they feeling happy to use it, right? So think of the products that you use currently that you know that if you wake up any day, you are going to suggest that somebody downloads that app and use it. Type it in the chat so that I know, excuse me, that you are following my explanations. So UX is pretty much the difference between frustration and delight. Like I said, it is the difference between how excited someone is, how excited someone is to use your product and how angry they are whenever your product comes up. Then it's just telling you that every click, every screen, and every interaction matters. So if you design a product and the intention is for the user to click this thing so that they can go to the next stage, that's interaction between point A and point B, and ensuring that that action works is what we call user experience. If I'm moving too fast, please let me know so that I can go back. So we've spoken about UX. So now we'll talk about UI. UI is the visuals, what you can see, while UX is what you can feel. UI is what you can see. So your colors, your text, your shapes, your interaction, the alignment, everything that you can see there is what we call user interface, which is UI. So UX focuses on the experience, what you want your users to feel, the interaction, the behind the scenes actions. But the user interface focuses on the layout, the color, the text, like I've already explained earlier. A good UI, which we call aesthetics, ensures that complex products or complex text or whatever feel simple, intuitive, and trustworthy. So I like to do something whenever I'm talking about user experience and user interface. I like to show a particular platform so that you can visualize what I'm talking about. So I would share my screen for a bit. Obera, so how many of us know what Nairaland is? Okay, yeah, I can see the reactions, right? Okay, so whenever you go on Nairaland, how do you feel like when you use the products? Do you okay, let me just share my screen so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so like I said, I like to show. When I first started, I think Nairaland was one of the first products that I redesigned. When I first came on this platform, I never knew what Nairaland was until I became a designer, right? It's one of those platforms that I don't think I will ever visit, even if I'm looking for any information, right? It is tailored to our parents, our grandfathers, old people, right? Because they know how to exactly Ikechuku. Nairaland is custard. You took it out of my mind. So now when you tell somebody that doesn't know how to use, that doesn't know what tech is, or doesn't know what how to use phones or websites or whatnot, or okay, maybe a woman in the market, I tell her that mommy, oh, there's one platform that you can find out any information that you want, and then you probably tell them, oh yeah, go to this platform and check. When they get here, they'll see Kilele. Oh, sorry, I don't know if there are evil people here. Kilele just means what is this? So they will get confused, annoyed, and feel like they'll feel very, very overwhelmed, right? As opposed to when you have it arranged in a way that I know that if I'm looking for something, I can easily come there to see it. So this clearly shows you what user experience and what UI is. Somebody that is 50 plus or 40 plus will tell you that, oh, this platform works for them. But people, Gen Z or the younger people will tell you that this thing doesn't work, or it's not fine. I don't like it. I'm confused. I don't know what I'm doing here. But an adult person will tell you, oh, I can easily get what I want. I know how to use this platform. So knowing who you are designing for and knowing how to design for those people is what good design is. I hope you are getting me. If you're not getting, you can drop it in the chat and I would touch on it again. So that's pretty much what design is about. Then we have the 4 essential design principles, right? And 4 of them are user-centered design, simplicity and clarity, consistency, and accessibility. For user-centered design, you should always ask, who am I building this for? Remember that when I spoke last, I touched on knowing who you are designing for and ensuring that you are designing appropriately for them. Now, somebody who is 50 plus or is moving towards 60 would want to see their text in larger fonts. I mean, your parents will tell you, bami zoom, let me to zoom this thing. Or probably maybe you pick up their phones, you see that their texts are very, very large and bold. It's because most of them find it hard to read little texts as they grow older. So knowing that, okay, this particular user is of this particular age group, and this is what they would like to see on their platform and designing for them is ensuring that you have a good UX of your products. If you did not get that, please drop it in the chat and I would go into it. Now, a lot of us have our own bias. If you ask me that, what kind of platforms do you like designing? I like dashboards and I like simple and minimalist styles. Simple and minimalist in the sense that I use a lot of gray and white and there's a lot of space. But there are other designers that like shouty designs, like you need to see, like you should see the creativity in their work. Everything is everywhere, everything is doing everything that they want to do. But I'm a very simple person. Now, because I like that simple and minimalist, and my client says, oh, Rukaya, or come and design a very creative website for me, I'll tell them that no, me, I don't like this particular. Sorry, please, 1 second. Sorry, please give me a few minutes. I will be back.
Okay, so let's give our speaker a few minutes for her to handle something personal. So for those of us who are just joining, once again, welcome to TechRise DTI webinar. Like we all know why we're here. We're here for the webinar titled Design, Code, Create a Beginner's Guide to Success, right? So, and so far so good. Our speaker has been doing justice to this topic of discuss this afternoon. Yes, of course, we're going to you're going to have access to the slides as well. We're going to share the slides, but however, to also get the slides quickly, I'll be dropping the link to our to the TechRise DTI community. We run a virtual TechRise community. It's for now it's on WhatsApp. I'll be dropping the link in the chat as well. So that is where you can also get first-hand information about what TechRise is all about. You can also get first-hand about our scholarships, about our events as well. If you're interested, probably maybe you have a skill in mind you want to learn, be it data analysis, be it data engineering, UI UX design, I mean, from back end, what have you. Any skill basically in tech that you'd love to join, right, or that you want to learn rather, TechRise is the place for you, right? And we just gave out recently scholarships to 5 TechRisers to learn UI UX design, right? So you can be part of that, right? And we also look at giving out more scholarships in the data science side of things, right? Where you get to learn data science with Python and all other softwares that will be given at your disposal, right? So we learn and we upskill in at a fast pace, right? So if you don't have the opportunity to access these platforms, I mean, TechRise is the place for you, right? So I'll be dropping our social media handles as well. You can as well follow us on our social media handles where you also get these you also get this information as well. But our advice that you join the community, because that is where we first drop all this information there then before it gets to all our social media channels, right? So I would want to say we have this kind of soft treatment for our TechRise community members. Yeah, it's highly encouraged that you actually join the TechRise community. Like I said, I'll be dropping it right now in the chat. So let me know when you're back, Rukaya, so I can.
Yes, I'm back now. I was just about to.
All right. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. All right. Go ahead. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. So yes, as I was saying, knowing who you're. Sorry, I think my video was on earlier. Yeah, knowing who you're designing for is ensuring that the product has good UX. So like you can see my example here is saying that designing for elderly users requires larger text. Then number 2, we have simplicity and clarity. There's this don't make me think principle. When users want to come on your platform, Okay. So when users come on your platform, they don't want to think too much. They just want to carry out the action that it is that they want to carry out. And that just means that you shouldn't cluster your products with a lot of things, right? Don't make it too complex. Make it as simple as possible for anybody to come there and carry out any action that they want to carry out. Remove any unnecessary elements that you know that your user doesn't need and that might confuse them. And yeah, again, Nairaland, right? So if we go to Nairaland, I'm just going to ask one person to unmute and I'll just ask a question and then you tell me where it is. So anybody, right? Can you just tell me where the sign up and login button is for Nairaland? Like as a new user, right? You want to come on Nairaland to sign up and register. Maybe somebody told you about it and you want to sign up. Where do you think the sign up button is? Anybody, just unmute and point it or tell me where it is and I will point out to you. I'll call a name now in case people don't want to speak. Let me see. Let me just go. Let me look for a fine name. Yes, Larry Adesoye. You just laughed. Please unmute.
Larry again.
Larry Adesoye.
Why always me? Okay. Hello.
Exactly.
I'm serious. Sorry. Yeah, I think register below the Nairaland Forum logo, but it took
Have you
me a while
Nairaland?
to find it.
Okay.
Huh?
It took me a while to find it, right?
Yes, it did.
Exactly. So it took me, thank you very much for unmuting. Your surname is very familiar, by the way. That's my mom's maiden name. Just throwing it out there. Anyways,
Maybe
when
we're
I
really good.
when I wanted to sign up, I didn't know where sign up was. Usually, right, on websites, sign up is usually around, let me see, here, right? And I never even knew you could switch. See, I'm just finding out you can switch to dark mode now. And this is where the dark mode icon is. And this is where register and login are. And then you can also register with Google. We learn every day. So now, if somebody is coming to this platform for the first time and somebody says, register so that you can drop a comment, right? It's going to take them a while because they really don't know how to use this platform. And it's always so confusing. So when we're saying that simplicity and clarity, right? Ensure that you remove anything that is not, that is not necessary on your platform so that your users do not drop off. These are things that you will learn or you probably would hear as you grow in your career: drop offs, bounce rates, adoption rates, and all of those. So don't bother too much about that. So yeah, the third one is consistency. Consistency is just similar actions should look and behave the same way. You cannot have different kinds of buttons. If you have the normal square buttons, you should not be having it in a skewed or obscure pattern. Buttons should act like buttons. Text should be text. You cannot say, oh, please, sorry again. Sorry guys, I'm back. So yeah, when people come to your platform, you do not want them to start thinking too much about how to use your platform. Reduce the learning curve. For Nairaland now, I know that it will probably take me. Sorry that I'm using. This is recorded. Sorry that I keep using Nairaland as an example, but I know that Nairaland is one of the platforms that most designers at the start of their career try to redesign. I am an example as well. So that's why I keep saying Nairaland, Nairaland, Nairaland. Ensure that you are not making your users feel like, oh, they have to take a course or they have to learn before they can be able to interact with your product. Please, can you hear me? Can you guys still hear me? Okay, thank you. Yeah, place buttons where buttons should be. Top left, sorry, top right or bottom, just so that your users can easily reach them. Let logos be where logos should be. On your website, you cannot put your logo in the middle. It makes no sense. Your logo should be at your top, either top left or top right, depending on the kind of alignments that you want, but mostly top left, right. You cannot be putting your logo in the middle, breaking the text, and it just doesn't help. And yeah, it's bad design. The fourth one is accessibility. Everybody talks about accessibility, A11Y, WCAG principles, right? As a designer, these are things that you need to pay attention to. Even as a developer, you need to pay attention to these things. What accessibility is, it's saying that you should design for everybody, irrespective of their background and disabilities. Disabilities can be visual impairment,
Hello, once again, good afternoon. I would want to sincerely apologize for this break. I think our guest is faced with something personal at the moment. So, but she'll be right back, and I think she's just trying to give it a final shot at this point. I will sincerely apologize for this break once again. Yeah, so like I earlier said, for those of us who might not know what TechRise is all about, I would just want to give a recap so that you could also sink into what TechRise is all about. So probably so that if you come across TechRise somewhere, you could be able to, okay, yes, I've seen this, I've heard about these people, and I know what they currently do, and you can as well tell someone, okay, fine, this is where you should join if you want to start your tech journey. Sorry, Rukaya, just let me know if you're back. All right. So all right, okay. All right, thank you. So you can continue. Thank you.
Please, so sorry for the distractions. Work is disturbing. But anyways, I put my phone on DND, so I don't think I'll be having any distractions anymore. So yes,
All right.
Thank you guys for being patient. Yeah, so I spoke about designing for everyone, including people with disabilities, right? So how can you design for people with disabilities, right? Ensure that your contrast is You pay attention to your color contrast, you add screen readers to your platform in case people, cannot see, they should also be able to interact with your products. Add navigation systems to your platform. If anybody uses an iPhone here, or I think Android should also have that as well. On your home screen, or no, rather in the settings, there's something called accessibility where you can enable the on-screen home button, which is when your home button is not working. I mean, I think it was on the older the buttoned iPhones, iPhone 6 and all of that. You have an external, or rather on-screen home button. That is accessibility. And what other option? Whenever that blinking light when your phone is ringing, that some people enable even though they are not disabled. Yeah, sorry about that. So that's this for design principles. So I've spoken about design principles. The next step is design tools that you can use to get started. As a designer, there are different tools that you can use. There are different tools that you can use to learn. I, for one, I use Figma a lot. I'm a Figma person, but I started out with Adobe XD. I started out with XD, which is Adobe Creative Cloud's design and prototyping tool. Their prototyping is really, really great. I feel like it's even much, much better than Figma. But Figma brought in community collaboration and the freemium package. So everybody uses Figma a lot. I use Figma. Then there's Canva, and then there's Sketch. Sketch is a MacBook only design tool, and Canva is just most brand identity designers use Canva a lot. I use Canva when I want to create flyers, because you have lots of flyer templates and all. So yeah, these are tools that you can use to get started in design. Then we're here at the product development life cycle. This is where design meets code, right? When you design, you should, sorry. Yeah, can you guys still hear me? Okay. When you design and your products, there's a cycle that goes on from the beginning of your design stage to the end where your product launches. That process is called the product development life cycle. This is where you as a designer would probably build up on the idea that your stakeholder would have. Your stakeholder can be your CEO or your normal client, and you develop that and it comes into the market, right? So there are like 6 stages. We have the ideation stage and screening. This is where you talk about your ideas and someone shares, oh, I have this lovely idea, and then you are there trying to see if it would actually work. Okay, what does your idea try to solve? Who are you trying to create this product for, and how do you want to approach it, right? Then the next one is the product definition and planning stage. Here, you are just defining how you are going to design, how you are going to develop, and everything that involves with making sure that this product launches. Then you have the design and prototyping stage. This is the stage where you would create your prototype. The prototype is your best, how can I break it down now? Is your demo, right? It's just a clickable walkthrough of what the idea that you're trying to create, so that somebody that is seeing it can visualize if your product actually is solving a problem before you actually like put it into the market. Then validation and testing. The design and prototyping stage and then the validation and testing work hand in hand together, because at the first stage where you're designing and prototyping, you're creating your demo. That is the first iteration of your product. And then you validate in the sense that you are taking it to the people that you are designing for, and you're trying to test if, okay, oh, this is what we want to do, and want to see if it actually solves your problem and if you can give us any feedback. When you get that feedback, validation, that is validation, right? Then they give you feedback. Then you go back to go and redesign or improve your prototype or your demo product, right? That process is validating and testing, just to ensure that, okay, what you're designing for is not based on what you want, but actually what your users want and would use. So 3 and 4 go hand in hand. And yeah, you move on to development. When you've now tested and it actually is working how you intend to, you can now develop. That's where you meet the technicality, you bring it to life. Your clickable prototype will now become an actual product. And in this stage as well, you would also test it. We do QA testing as designers, where so that we don't get what I ordered versus what I got. You work hand in hand with your developer to see that, okay, what I designed on Figma is what you are bringing to life. So at that stage, it's live. Then you can either do a launch party, or you can put it in the market, or however it is that you guys want to launch your product, but you have launched it, is now on probably the App Store, Google Play Store, or it's a live website, and people can now interact with it. So I have a quote here that just says, great products happen when designers and developers speak the same language and work as partners. If you ask any average designer, any designer that you know, will tell you that, oh, developers are very crazy people, or developers are lazy, or developers do not like, doing my work well. So they'll give me, see what I did, or see what they're doing. All of these discussions, you would experience it as you go on, right? So we need to stop seeing developers as evil people and start seeing them as our partners, and start speaking to them more and involving them in our product development stage. At the beginning, before you even start to design, speak with your developers to know how they can bring it to life and their capability. Because imagine you are a high tier designer and your dev is somewhere here. When you design your product that is up here and you are trying to get this designer that is here to design your product, you know that there's a mismatch and an imbalance. The person will probably tell you that, oh, this thing that you designed for me, oh, I don't like it, oh, I cannot do it, it cannot work. Let's try and make it very, very simple. It's just because that person probably doesn't know how to do it and would refuse to ask for help. So ensure that both of you are on the same level, and yeah, you'll be getting less of what I ordered versus what I designed. Sorry. So yeah, why should you learn design, and why should you learn how to code? When I first started out, I started out as a designer. And if you had told me that, oh, okay, I learn how to code, I'll tell you, no, I don't want to learn how to code. Before I studied estate management in school, I used to be in computer science. And you know how computer science is in any federal university. It's very crazy. You're writing code on paper. That experience ruined my idea of what being a developer is. And it's very, very crazy, because it's like, why are you writing? Like your if and else statements, everything is on paper. Your exam or your test or your classwork, everything is on paper. Like, it's not now that you have free code camp and whatnot, and you have your actual coding coding sites or coding environments, right? You write it on paper, and your lecturer will wrong, this is shaking it. All those red bugs that you see on your coding environment, your lecturer will be using red. So it changed my ideology. I did not like it. I did not enjoy it. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to focus on design. And that's what I'm doing. But as I grew in my career, I realized that I had to learn how to code, even if it wasn't extensive. I just need to have basic knowledge of what code is, so that when I'm talking to my developers, we can be able to communicate in a language that is familiar to both of us. So learning both design and code, nobody's telling you to do that because, oh, maybe you're trying to explore a new career path. It's just so that you can speak or probably earn more, right? So here I have 4 options. Better communication is so that you can understand the technical constraints and possibilities, so that you're not getting what I ordered versus what I got. Then you bridge the gap between both things. That is for ease of collaboration and communication. Faster prototyping. On Figma, if you are designing about 500 screens currently, and you want to prototype, we draw that line for everything if you are not using components. Even if you are using components, you see those spider web, we have it, there's no possible way. But if you're a developer, you can easily, if you're a designer / developer, you can easily just create a mock code of whatever you're trying to do, so that someone can see it and click through and then understand what you're trying to do. Then third option is career flexibility. You can position yourself as a design engineer, that is a designer who also codes, or a developer who also designs. Yeah, you get more opportunities as well. But in your beginning stage, please, nobody should have quote me outside and say, when Rukaya was sharing her screen, she said we should learn how to design and code. Focus on one thing at a time. And as you grow, you can now add more skills to your stack, so that you can be very, very, versatile, and you're not just focused on one place. At the end of the day, it's all just what your goal is and intention for yourself. You don't want to be compounding too much skills. Jack of all trades, they say is master of none, but me, I believe is master of all. So try as much as possible to learn one, get good at it, then you cannot add another one. Then we have creating realistic designs. Obviously, for the faster prototyping part, it already covers what realistic designs are. So you create designs that are actually buildable. So you're not creating design that will be rolling and spinning, and then your dev will tell you that I know how to do this one. Or if you learn how to code and you are very, very mad at it, you can be able to create all those designs, websites. When you click on the button, woo, you can be able to do all of that. I think I've touched on that. So yeah, we are here at Tech Stack, your tech stack. To be front end, this one is for front end. Obviously, designers, we already know what design tools we use. I said that at the beginning. This one is for people that are developers, and also you designers as well, because the no code applies to us. So for your front end, you can learn HTML and CSS, JavaScript, React or Vue, and learn how to create responsive designs. And then for no-code tools, we have Webflow, Framework, and WordPress. See, I've been learning Webflow for the past 2 years. I added it to my portfolio that I'm currently learning Webflow. But if I tell you how many times I opened that Webflow thing, I can't count how many times I did. And I believe that I started learning it because everybody was talking about Webflow on Twitter. So I didn't want to miss out. Now, me too, I said, let me to try and learn. But it is what it is. Currently, I'm not interested in Framer. And Framer is the one that I use. And it's where I posted my current portfolio. And yeah, don't be like me that follows the crowd. If you have substantial interest in something and you're sure that you are learning because you are interested and not because somebody told you to come and learn it, learn no code. No code is little to no code. Webflow and Framer. If you use Figma a lot, you will be able to use Framer because it's just basically the whole drag and drop and all of that. Webflow is crazy. Thank you, Daniel. Webflow is crazy. Like you need to be somebody that understands how code works, because you're working with boxes, you're working with technical terms that are for devs. Or if you are somebody that just knows frames and rectangles, my brother, my sister, you can't deal. So learn whatever tool that applies to your journey as you go. Yeah, so this one is very, very important. What makes products scalable? What makes products scalable? We all need to understand this, because now we know that we should be designers, we know that we can be developers, we know that, oh, this is how we can be good at this. But how do you now make a product that is scalable? My quote here says that scalability means your foundation can support growth. Let me put it in layman terms. Imagine your foundation of your house is for bungalow. Bungalow, that means it does not have upstairs, it does not have downstairs, it does not have upstairs. You now wake up one morning and say, you know what? I'm craving 3-story building. Let me see, and I have small change in my account. Let me put 2 floors on my bungalow. The moment you put the first floor, probably that one stays. But the moment you put that second one on top, your foundation will crash. That's because the intention was for a bungalow. It wasn't for a 2-story building. And you went to go add 2 more floors. It's just going to make that thing crash and you'd be lost. You have to start all over again. That's what we are saying. The intention at the beginning of your product stage, like your product life cycle, right? You have a goal. Oh, at so stage, at so year, we should be able to have impacted 100,000 people. For the community TechRise, I'm sure the founder has a goal. Oh, in 5 years, we want to have empowered or ensured that so number of people have gained a skill and they are good at it. If he did not have such thinking, and it's just like, you know what, make I just do this to make I say how the thing will be, it won't grow because of the mindset that he had at the initial stage. So you need to think big, you need to think large. Even when you are designing, you need to ensure that even if the goal is to create an MVP, you can be able to create a full-blown product with that minimal skeleton that you have created. So here I have clean code architecture, modular design, performance optimization, and I have documentation. So for your clean code optimization, a organized and maintainable code base. Some devs are not organized, which is why some people say, oh, they cannot take over another developer's code. I have that a lot in my company. Like they'll tell you, oh, it's not me that started it. I don't understand because I use a different term, or I use a different language, or I use a different organization pattern, right? Maintain one particular structure so that you know that, okay, if I leave this company today, somebody else can take over. That's what it is. For modular design, for designers, we have design systems and we have components. When I first started out, I did not like components. I did not like auto layouts. I did not like all of that. But as I grew, I started using all of them because I found out that they helped me better and they helped other people that are taking over my designs to be able to, maintain that same orderliness and consistency and create a design that matches what I have without having to, stress themselves or go haywire. And performance optimization, ensure that your product loads on time and your code is very, very efficient, is executed efficiently. Then document your design thoughts, your code, so that even if I have not worked on that product before, if I come on your Figma board and I see how expressive you have documented, I will know that, okay, this is why this person did this way, and this is why this person chose this, and this is what the product is about. It not only makes you a better designer or a better engineer, it makes you someone that, okay, that's one. It makes collaboration very, very easy. So as designers, you hear people tell you, oh, use annotations, use notes, do this, do that, so that the developer knows what you are talking about. That is why collaboration is very key. as a tech person. Let me move on. Yeah, for designers, where you can get inspiration. I think I'm just going to skip this. You'll see it in the slides. Because I know there's no much time. So this is where you can get your inspiration from. Yeah, so how can you be creative? I like this part because people on Twitter, I believe you can experiment. Experimenting is a way to remain creative. When you are working on projects that do not have any pressure, you are free to explore. You are free to do things the way you think you want to do that, just because they're your side quests or your explorations, right? When you are working with another person's idea, you are limited to what that person wants and will not be able to, give your full input sometimes. Then you can also be creative by staying up to date with design trends and technologies, read articles, attend tech events, talk to other designers that you feel like, oh, they are very, very good. There's a particular designer on Twitter. Her name is Cav, C-A-V. She is the brand designer for Tech Cabal, and she's the one that did Moonshot's conference branding. Now, she comes on Twitter to say, oh, I pick up my inspiration from other places. That's what my last point is about. She picks her inspiration from. Design is everywhere, to be honest. Art is everywhere. The houses that you see, the sculptures that you see, the roadblocks, anything, trees, the sky, art is everywhere. You just need to visualize. How many of us growing up used to look at the sky and we see the clouds and then we know exactly, Daniel, thank you very much. And we create things from the cloud. The cloud does not look like what we think it is. But because we're young and we are very creative and our mind works in wonders, we are able to pick out things that seem like what the clouds look like. That's creativity. Seeing what is not there in places that
Hello, can anyone still hear her? Because I think I can hear from my end. Oh, okay. I think probably there should be some network issues because I heard her, she was breaking, her network was breaking before. I couldn't hear again. I'm sorry, Rukaya, can you hear me? Can you still hear me? Hello, Rukaya, can you hear me? Okay, I think there should be some serious network issues there. Okay, so before she sorts that out, just permit me to walk us through Rukayat, kindly let me know when you're back, if you can hear me. I just want to kindly walk us through what TechRise DTI is all about. So, like I rightly said before, TechRise DTI is an abbreviation for TechRise for Digital Transformation Initiative. It is a non-profit organization, and we are committed to enhancing software development skills and other digital skills through scholarships, advocacy as well, right? And in the second quarter of 2025, we've been able to give out scholarships to individuals, able to give out scholarships to over 20 individuals, ranging from Job Starter Pack scholarships. So the Job Starter Pack scholarship actually comprises basic computer skills, right? Learning basic computer skills, like starting from how to put on your computer, right? So like it's that basic, right? To locate where your power button is, to know what a power icon is, right? Going into navigate through your system, how to use Microsoft Word, how to use Microsoft Excel, how to use ChatGPT, how to use AI, and basically to set you and to prepare you for um, for jobs, right? For jobs, basically for you to be employable, because right now, to get any job right now, any good job, you need to know the basic things of how to use a computer, right? So basically that's what TechRise we've been doing, right? Rukaya, can you let me know if you're back? All right, thank you very much. All right, so you can just continue.
Okay, sorry about that. I had to restart my network.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, so that's it about creativity, basically. Learning how to use your imagination and letting it run wild, basically. Um, yeah, so here we have the right mindset for tech success. Um, you need a growth mindset for to survive or to excel as a techie. There is no I cannot do this, yes. There's no I don't know how. You need to learn, you need to always stay on your game. Every mistake that you make or every negative feedback that you get is one that pushes you in the right direction. Embrace whatever distraction, challenges, or negativity and find the good in it and keep moving. They say it's not about um let me see how this puts this now. It's not how many times you fall or how many times you get up when you fall. So when you maybe you fail at something or you're bad at something or somebody says this thing that you did is not good, or maybe they say you cannot even do this tech thing, you don't know anything, letting that get to you and saying okay, you know what, I'm not doing it again, it says so much about you than the person. So have a growth mindset. See this thing, I'm going to be good at it. I'm going to excel. I'll make all the money that they have in there. It helps you, it boosts your morale, it keeps you eager to learn, it keeps you wanting to do more. So please have such mindsets. Build in public. When I first started out, I was sharing my journey on Twitter. And it was not my perfect work I was sharing. I was just sharing what I learned. So if I learn something new, I come on Twitter to say, I just learned about how to use colors. Or this thing is very, very interesting. I don't even know I can do this. Then share the rough work that I'm doing. I'll post it. It wasn't a perfect design. I wasn't good at it. I was still learning. That just shows that this person is somebody to look up to. And then people also learning the same thing as me. We found ourselves and we're always sharing knowledge or whatever it is that we're doing. I just learned how to use auto layout. I know how to use text. That way you're learning from other people just by sharing your work in public. So choose a platform. It could be LinkedIn, it could be Twitter. I know a lot of people say LinkedIn is full of lies, right? Ignore all of those people. You know what you want to gain out of LinkedIn. Go on LinkedIn and share your work. Talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. Yesterday, I bought rice. Let me tell you how rice can solve our problem as Nigerians. People do that. You can do your own too. Don't listen to anybody telling you that LinkedIn is full of lies. You too, create your own lie and post it on LinkedIn. But yeah, I'm joking, but you get my point. Building a public helps you create a nice portfolio. It attracts opportunities, and like I said, you help other people just by sharing your own journey, because you never can tell. There's somebody there that's an introvert, that's very shy, that doesn't know how to ask questions. But just because you were sharing your work, that person saw the solution to their problem. So you don't know who you'll be helping just by sharing your work. So please do. And about the portfolio part, it helps to show that you did not just wake up to be a designer overnight. You started from somewhere. It helps to share, like show your journey and your progress. You can always look back and say, this is where I started from. That year when I was still learning how to use colors. It helps to bring you back to the early stages of when you were also inquisitive and wanting to learn. Join communities, collaborate with other people, join communities on Twitter, everywhere, attend tech conferences, events. Don't be shy. Let your shyness in you. Introversy, is it introversy? Being an introvert and being shy will not really help you as a techie. You need to put yourself out there. You need to talk to people. You need to always be seen so that when opportunities come, you remain top in mind. So please ensure that you join communities that tie to your goal as a tech enthusiast. Help other people, mentor people, and gain more clarity in the skill. And keep learning. Remain teachable. Tech evolves, so you should always be learning. And understand that imposter syndrome is very common and you're not alone. So whenever you feel like, this thing, I know even sabi, I'm not even good at it. Do I even want to be a designer? Do I even want to be an engineer? It's tech for me. Remember your journey. Remember all the things that you were documenting and remember your goal. I always tell people that you should have a why. Why am I getting to take? Please, what's your Twitter handle again? I'm not sharing my Twitter handle, please. Nobody should come and find me on Twitter. I like to remain anonymous, even though I'm popular. I'm sure if you just a Google search of my name, you'll see whatever you want. LinkedIn, I don't have LinkedIn. Mimi, let's focus on why we are here. You said that we know, you don't know me, oh. You don't know me at all. You don't know it. Anybody that share, if you share my socials, we're going to fight. I'm going to fight. We follow you, don't follow me is a lie. But yes, I'll share it once I'm done. The messages are distracting. But yeah, just a Google search of my name, Rukayat Tiaro, and you should be able to find out whatever information that you want about me. So yeah, that's it for having the right mindset. So yeah, I'm sure that your mentor or TechRise community already has like their own curriculum of how to learn the skill that it is that you signed up for. But I just put this one just so that when you have the slide, you can always go back. So learn the foundation in your first 3 months. Is it design you want? Is it to be a developer? All of this. Choose whatever skill you want to learn and learn the foundation in your first 3 months. Then in this is for 1 year, right? In the middle, that's the second phase. You learn, you deepen your skill by creating real projects or open source contributions or partnering with other people in your field, and you build a portfolio for yourself. That is your fourth to 6th month. Then in your final months, you know that you are already growing, so you build your personal brand on whatever platform that you choose, or you study the advanced concepts of the skill that it is that you chose earlier, and then you create a more polished website that is you. And you apply for internships or junior roles, as the case may seem. Why I said internships or junior roles? Sorry, the thunder sound distracted me for a bit. Yeah, so why I said internships or junior roles is that in 1 year, there are people who would gain enough clarity about that skill and be at a junior level. And there are also people who, no matter how much they put into it, they will still need more help in that 1 year. So internships would apply. Internships is much more appropriate for those people. So whatever level it is that you are after learning for that 1 year, you can be able to apply for any role that ties to the skill that you have. Now, please, I'm begging you in the name of the God that you serve. If you know that after learning this skill for 1 year and you are not good enough, please don't go apply for a role that is bigger than you. Then you're not going to embarrass your tutor or all of us that are coming here to speak to you guys and make us feel like, oh, we do not know what we're doing when we're talking to beg you. If you know that you are still, after 1 year, you are still at the beginning stage, please don't apply for any role. Go back and learn. See, there's no harm in using 2 years to learn. There's no harm in learning in 6 months and learning a role. There's no harm in using 2 years. Please, I'm begging you, know your level and act accordingly. Me, I know my level. I cannot be applying for levels that are way, way, way ahead. And you, as a beginner, you cannot be applying for roles that are very, very high for you. So that you will not go and say, embarrass us in public. They'll say, oh, Nigerians are one kind, or the people from this boot camp are one kind. Please know the level that you are and stick to self-awareness. Self-awareness is very key. Do not lie to yourself, do not lie to your teacher, do not lie to your mentor. Be very open to yourself. It's okay to say, in 6 months, I must learn this thing and land a job. That's fine. Nobody can fault you for doing that. I did it as well. And it helps you, it pushes you, it motivates you, it makes you gingered to want to learn. You will lock in. When they say lock in, you will lock in for hours. When I was learning, I started learning in 2021. And when I was learning, I was still in school. But you know, that time, ASU had a strike. I think it was a 9-month strike. I don't remember. Oh, yes, it was a very long strike. It was that period I knew what design was, and I fell in love with it. And I said, you know what? I want to do this thing. I was putting in 12 hours, each of 16 hours every day trying to learn. I was doing the Google UX course. And the course is a 6-month long course. For me, I finished it in 1 month because I was too interested and invested that I was constantly watching. I was so happy to want to learn that I just kept on putting long hours. I'll sit down on my table at night when I come back from school, in school as well. I was doing everything. See, school became my side too. Please don't be like me and say school is your side too. There are students, focus on school, graduate, then focus on design. But if you know you can balance both, do that. And in 7 months, I started in August. What am I saying? I started in August 2021. No, June. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. In 7 months of when I was actually really, really learning. So I started in June. That's when I was still doing, after exploring. I said, okay, I don't really want to do this thing. In August was when I locked in. And I landed my first role in March. Then in June, my next role. So you see that these timelines matter because when I share my story sometimes, and somebody says, so that means in 5 months means I can learn. No. People differ. How you learn and the ease at which you absorb stuff is different from somebody else. So know your level, know what you're capable of, and tie that into your plan. I hope you get to it. Yeah, and then there are too many challenges that are in the tech field. A lot of us come and we talk. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of things that everybody says. Me, I have my own perspective. Another person has his own. All of us are sharing all those things online. The people that just want to get started will say, who do I listen to? Or what am I going to learn? Or everybody is just saying everything. I don't even know which one to focus on. Focus on one thing. If you know that it's design you want to do, focus on design. Learn the basic. I tell people that you are not supposed to learn the two. You're supposed to learn the fundamental about that skill that you want to learn. See, Figma can pack up any day. You don't want to be a Figma designer. You don't want to be a Figma expert. You want to be a design expert. Somebody that you can pick up any tool to create anything that you want to do with design. So learn the fundamentals. Fundamentals are color usage, typography, layout, alignment, consistency. All of this ties into whatever skill in design that you want to venture into. But if they say, go and learn how to use Figma in 6 months, the day Figma packs up, where would you be? So these are things that you want to think about. People will say, oh, I don't know computer science, I don't have a computer science degree. I was self-taught. I learned design myself. Okay, I'm from a creative background. My dad's an architect, studied asset management. So I used to do a lot of drawings growing up. I did technical drawing and all of this. So I was very creative. I can when I was younger, I just needed to see something and I can draw it. That's who I was. So most of us are self-taught. Most of us did not go to any boot camp. Most of us did not go to any design school or coding school. We found resources ourselves and we learned it. What matters is your portfolio, which is your proof of work, how good you are at solving problems, and how willing you are to learn. So that's that. And then we also have you don't know where to start. If you don't know where to start, pick one thing that you want to do. Maybe a tutorial, maybe a course, maybe a project that you want to recreate and focus on it. Progress is much more greater than perfection, which is focus on your journey, like how you went from basic to medium down to I need to be perfect before I start sharing my work. No, it doesn't help you. And if you keep getting stuck, ask for help from people. There are communities that you can join. I think engineers document most of their code related problems on Stack Overflow or in their documentation. So you can always read it to know how they solved a particular problem. These are some platforms that you can learn from. Code Academy, Coursera. YouTube is really great. YouTube University, University of YouTube. Very, very great. Just type whatever keyword that you want in YouTube. It will bring out, even if it's how to design for dummies. See, when I want to learn something on YouTube here, what I do is, if it's prototyping, I say prototyping for dummies because I know that whatever search result that it will give me the most basic one that I don't even need to be perfect at that thing. But the tutor would break it down in a way that I would learn. When we are talking about Figma and how to use Figma, there's a particular course every designer talks about. In short, I used it. It's called Figma for Learn How to Use Figma by Joseph Brendan. That course, there is nobody that is learning design that has not watched that course. If you have not watched it, you are done it yourself. Go back, go and learn that course because it is 10 hours long. But I swear, if you can watch that 10 hours, you don't get anything anybody won't tell you. We know data. YouTube. Go and check for it. Then on Udemy as well, the community and networking, of course, I've spoken about all of this as well. So I'm just going to move on to
Can anyone still hear Rukaya? Oh, okay. I think probably I think it's raining where she stays. I think so. I think where she stays, it's raining. Well, but I want to believe that we've learned one or two things so far as she has walked us through. Just you can react through your emoji if you've learned and if this session is engaging, right? So your support would mean that we should do this more often and should come together again and do this again next month, right? So for those who are just meeting us for the first time, we do this every last Thursday of the month, right? So and for those people who might have not seen the face behind the camera or the microphone, so this is a face to it. So my name is Emmanuel. I am your host here in TechRise. You keep seeing this face for as long as you join TechRise webinars. Yeah, so my name is Emmanuel. I'm your host, and also you can also reach out to me via our social media channels, TechRise DTI on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. Send a message and we're going to reply. right? And if you've not joined the TechRise community, please do well to join, and as well, always react to post and keep yourselves updated. If you're that kind of person who is fond of archiving WhatsApp groups, I bet you don't want to archive TechRise DTI, because you might just miss out on that opportunity that you may have been looking for, right? Before the year runs out, or of first quarter of next year, we're looking forward to, putting out another set of scholarships. So just get ready. It might just be your turn, right? So look out for more scholarships from TechRise DTI. Look out for more webinars like this, engaging webinars like this from TechRise DTI, right? So we're open to answering questions. And also, if you have any questions so far regarding what Rukaya has shared, regardless that she's not here at the moment, you can just share your questions and around design, to be specific, and trust I'll be able to give you answers to that while Rukaya joins the call back. She'll be joining us in about 2 minutes. Yes. So the floor is open, because usually this is supposed to be for 2 to 3, right? So this is about 3:30. So you can unmute yourself if you have any question to ask. Yeah, you can ask, and yeah. So floor is open. Yes, go ahead, Luis.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm just curious. I had asked this question earlier, but I think it was not addressed. Maybe when Rukaya was going to finish. So I'm just going to ask this question again. How did we collectively agree that we are all going to have particular places where logos will be, buttons will be on every design? Because when I look at it sometimes, I want to understand the rationale behind it, because I'm coming from a graphic design background, and in graphic design, they tell you, okay, viewers view things in an F format. So you put things that are important in the F format. How did we now get to the point where in UI UX design, what is that convention or principle that is backing where we place our buttons, where we place our logos? That's my question.
Oh, all right. Oh, wow. Thank you very much for that wonderful question, Luis. So basically, if you're coming from the graphics design, so I usually say this, right? Graphics design is completely different from product design, right? Because graphics design, your graphic design has its own limitation, and it can't be compared to product design, right? I believe you know that, right? And there are principles actually guiding on product design, right? So if you actually get to know about the various principles in UX design, and also know about, I don't know if you've heard about visual hierarchy and information architecture, right? So if you've heard about visual hierarchy, or if you're just hearing about visual hierarchy for the first time, I would want you to also go and look at visual hierarchy as well. And also, websites are actually they actually have a different structure, as different to when you want to design your flyers, right? So it's 2 different things, right? So I'll be dropping a link where you can see UX principles, right? And you can as well go and read. So Rukaya is back, and she would want to continue from where she has stopped. All right, so Rukaya, you have the floor.
Hi guys. I don't know. I got kicked out. I don't know why. Please, where did I stop? If anyone remembers, I know I'd already ended. Wow, that's the last point you. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, I'd already gone too far. Yeah. Okay, so these are platforms where you can learn about right? Code Academy, Coursera, YouTube, and Udemy. You can create a community of your own on Twitter. We have the +234 design community. We call ourselves design community, but it's just a bunch of designers designing, and everybody knows who everybody is in the community. It's not like I said there's a particular community. There are also actual communities hosted on WhatsApp, Slack, or whatever platform that community chooses. You can join either one of them. Discord, LinkedIn, GitHub is, I think GitHub also works for engineers and designers sometimes. So you can always check out these issues. You can build your portfolio by
I think she's been battling with network issues. I don't know. Well, this one of the things we actually face with social media, right? With online activities. All right. I just shared the link. Laws of UX. You're really going to learn a lot if you don't know about certain things in UX. I bet you if you take your time and go through the laws of UX, the link I shared in the chat, you definitely learn a lot, right? And then it will answer all your questions, right? So this is not an avenue for us to prove ourselves, right? You'd get to know why certain things are being placed where they are placed, right? You get to know the serial position effect, you get to know the working memory, a whole lot of things you get to learn. Then you know why things are placed where they are placed. Yes, go ahead, Joseph, and ask your question. Yes, Joseph Adeduni, you can go ahead and ask your question. Okay, I think Rukaya is back again. Hello, Rukaya, can you hear me? I think she's... I think I saw Rukaya some seconds ago.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you now, Rukaya.
Sorry, I think MTN chose today to be very, very annoying. So I've switched back to my normal internet. I hope it's clear. I was trying to buy data. I don't know if it was data, but I don't think it is. MTN is just trash. So anyways, I was on the portfolio side. So I said that you can build a portfolio via your personal website, which is getting a domain name that is a .com, .design, or .tech to showcase your projects. Or you can use Behance and Dribble to post your design work. For developers, you use GitHub. We also have here, I'm talking about career paths in tech. So as a designer, we have different careers. We have UI UX design, product design, UX research, design system specialist, and creative director. But UI UX designer is someone who has just the basic knowledge of what UX and UI is and creates websites and whatnot. Product designer is one who also knows how to design and ties that in with business goals and requirements. So you understand the business side of things. A UX researcher is just basically just about doing research and ensuring that the product is has a very, very great experience. For design systems, you know how to create design systems and you build design systems as well. Creative director is one that is just a creative person, you know, the entire design side of a particular product. I think this ties to brand design as well, art directors and whatnot. Developers, you have front end development, back end development, full stack development. For full stack development, you are doing both front end and back end. So it's sort of like an hybrid thing. And then you can also be a mobile developer or a developer operations engineer, which is also called DevOps. DevOps. Then we have hybrid roles. For hybrid roles, these are design plus development. This means that you also know design and then you know code. It doesn't mean that you have to actively do both of them, but you have an idea of what these two things are. So product manager, design engineer, technical writer, developer advocate, growth and marketing technologist. These are hybrid roles. Then we've come to the end. Here, my conclusion is just design is problem solving. Great product starts with understanding users' needs. Learn both design and code. Even the basic knowledge would make you more valuable. Your mindset matters. Stay curious, continue building, and embrace the journey. Then you can start small, think big. Every expert was once a beginner like you. Me, here speaking to you, and other mentors that might most likely come to speak with you, and even your host, we all started somewhere. So enjoy your journey, and yeah, you would get to the highest level possible with that mindset. Then community is your superpower, right? Join communities, find your peers. You guys should learn together and hold each other's hands because you guys need each other the most. Forget about finding a mentor. Again, mentors help, but mentors will only help you when they have something to gain, or if they see that okay, this person is actually like really willing to learn, right? Focus on your peers, people that are learning alongside you. Hold them because these people are also people that would grow to become big in future, which is like the goal of everybody, right? So speak to this person, guy alpha, this is what I've learned to waiting yourself they do, what are you doing? That way it helps breeds collaboration, and these are the people that you can end up going to create products together. We've come to the end, and yeah, this is where you ask me questions. So, any questions? If I've not been talking to myself. Ask me, raise your hand and ask questions. Okay, AB Wadi Williams. Yes, the floor is yours. Is anyone speaking? Because I muted so that Williams can speak. You can hear me or somebody is currently speaking.
Can I? Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Kam. Please. Yeah, thank you so much for your time. Please, I want to ask question. I want to ask, like, how do someone gain like confidence in your design? Maybe when you're trying to design a dashboard, you seek an inspiration from different platform, but at the end, when you're done design, you just feel like, this thing doesn't look like after. And I understand it doesn't have to look like other ones, but I've input all those necessary information that made the design, but I still don't feel like satisfied. And again, please, where can we get like a junior role job? Because I read a particular post that if you're looking for a job, you have to like apply for like 20 roles a week. And I don't see all those roles. So I want to see if there are platform or website you can share. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for asking that. Hmm. Again, like I said, a lot of people say different things online, and this is no shade to anyone, but I feel like hmm, some of these things that people post, most of them post it because of their own background, knowledge, and whatever. And this creates like tension for people. So people will say, some people will say, don't share your work if it's not good. Or some people give you negative feedback. This doesn't help, right? It builds imposter syndrome. While I understand that sometimes you, as a person, you you have certain expectations for yourself, and you feel like, if this person can do it, me too, I want to do it too. That way, you are setting like a sort of competition or whatnot. Let me tell you that it's best to post that rubbish that you know than to copy somebody else that you didn't even know how they came about that design. Fine, you want to set yourself to some certain standards. But if you understand the basic design principles and you know that this thing that I've done, you can see that your alignment is good. Somebody can read what is there, share it, and people would give you feedback. Now, there's some feedback that will come that are negative. Waiting this one said they do. Is this how they used to design? Some of them are saying it from a place of they wish they were in your position to actually do that. And some of them are just pure haters. You should know where to get your feedback from and how to get it and be able to pick out the good thoughts in it. Yes, maybe you've received negative, and this is me assuming, right? You've received negative feedback once and you're like, oh, okay, let me share. And then you're just there like, until this work is good. How would people know that you're actually a designer if you do not share your work? That is how to build your confidence. Is, you know what, at all, the worst that anybody will tell me is that it's not fine. It's not fine. I know it's not fine, but I still want to post it. Having such mindsets would help you actually go, because it will take you out of your shell and you would feel like, you know what, I'll be good at this thing someday. So share, no matter how bad it is. Okay, so maybe this is what I will do. Share your work. If you have my Twitter, this is for people that have my Twitter, because I'm not sharing it. If you have my Twitter, tag me, or if you're posting it on LinkedIn, tag me. I'll retweet, and if it is something I need to give you feedback on, I'll give you feedback in your DM, or I'll give you feedback on the timeline so other people will share. And your tutor as well is one person that you can always ask for help as well. This is what I want. See, when I want to post, trust me, I understand you. When I want to post, I share it to my friend and say, guy, see this thing. Do you think I should post it? And then he will tell me, why are you always asking for my thoughts and my opinion? See, now me know waiting me I they find. Now why they always ask? So that somebody from 10,000 miles not come and tell me that this rubbish. But you should also know how to defend your work, because there are some people that don't know, like I said earlier, that don't know, that want to be in your position, that think that they know. When they come and they say, this is rubbish if you have done it this way. But you that knows what you did should be able to stand and say, no, this is what I know, this is what I was taught, and this is how it is. That way, you're helping other people and you're growing as well. So yeah, share your work. Regarding finding opportunities, let me be honest. Um, hmm, how did I put it without making everything feel somehow? The jobs are there, oh, there are jobs, oh, but you just know you just need to know how to position yourself for these jobs because I can only say this in Yoruba. Oji abo, your eyes will peel when you are job hunting. I'm telling you, like it's everywhere. Even me. See, like I like to give my own stories, right? I like to say because I cannot share any other person's experience. I can only talk about myself. I was job hunting for a while. In short, for 1 year, I did not have a job, a full-time job. I only had a freelance gig that I was working on. And I'm telling you that I was sharing portfolio, applying, and I didn't get anything. I was just guessing. Well, unfortunately, we regret to inform you. See, in short, I know how the email is going to look when they are rejecting me and when I'm getting offer. You know, offer, they don't used to write fully, straight to the point. We are glad to inform you that I've gotten job. You'll see your PDF where you're going to sign. But you see, all those rejection ones, they will write long story. It is not you, it is us. We just do not have the opportunity that ties with your skills. I don't cram everything. I know I will. So if I open that mail and I say, I don't know what, they don't reject me again. We go again, we keep applying. The same way you are looking for job, it's the same way 5,000 other people in other boot camps are looking for job as well. Now, knowing that and putting it in your head is like, okay, 5,000 people are going to be applying like this. How can I stand out that if somebody sees it, they'll say, this girl, they find something, make I give her that thing. Think about it. This is why we are problem solvers. How can I position myself in a way that will land me a job easily? Everybody is going to job board. Everybody is going to LinkedIn. Everybody is clicking apply, send resume. Everybody is doing cold email where they are sending their resume. I know that you are the recruiter of this company. Please, this is what I do. I would like to work here. If you have anything available, 5,000 other people are doing it. Now imagine you as a recruiter. Every day you are seeing 100 people telling you, I'm good at this thing. You open the portfolio, you have seen it, you are reading CV, you are opening the portfolio. It becomes overwhelming that you just know to set tools in place that blocks all of those things. So you know that, okay, you know what, in 100 applications, I should be able to see 5 good ones. How can you stand out? I have a friend, her name is Rue. She's currently working at ChildEd. When she wanted to land a job, and I'm not even sure she knew that she was going to work in ChildEd, she did 100 days satire design. This is design that is out of the box. It's not your regular kind of design, no. It's just funny designs, creative designs. She was just exploring her imagination. She did it 100 days. She posted it LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. And trust me, that consistency alone landed her kicks and a design opportunity. So think outside the box. Like, it can be you just going on TikTok. Today, I want to show you people how to use auto layout. You do TikTok live. You're arranging your thing. You're just doing it for fun. And then somebody from 10,000 miles comes across that your TikTok live and says, oh, you're a designer. My uncle is looking for designer. Let me link you up. You land roll, you know land roll. You post on Instagram every day on your stories. Today, we are learning how to do auto layout. And this is what I worked on yesterday night. This is what I worked on this morning. Every day, you are doing it. That way, you are registering it in people's heads that, now my house will be this. So if you see anything, I post my designs on Snapchat. And I can tell you that I've gotten offers from Snapchat, like contract roles or not full-time opportunities. People, I talk about this and people will say, you are posting your design on Snapchat. Now, me know which time they find. So think outside of the box is what I'm trying to tell you. And yeah, you'll find opportunities as well. And then if you have friends that you know are in higher places that can refer you, please talk to them every day. It can be as Yahoo boys. I'm telling you that the Yahoo boy mentality, if everybody can apply it to their work, we can go far. Yahoo boys will wake up every morning to say, up and getting it. Every morning, they are posting it on their status, up and getting it. Or any credit card available. Every day, they are posting that. So that you're going to say, at least if I did do the hustle, if you are waking up every morning to post on your status, I'm a product designer and I'm looking for this every day. I'm sure that somebody will come up and say, oh, this is what I have to give you, or this is an opportunity to, do you want? Things like that. Think outside of the box. It could be as bad as you printing out a flyer, going to be like say Louis and Lazar, they don't do this Yahoo boy work before. Please, our hosts, look at these people, please. I think you should kick them out. Be like say they do Yahoo before. But yeah, it could be as bad as you printing out flyers with your information. I'm going to take events and sharing it for people. Companies that print out flyers, that paste it on cars, they know what they are doing. So please think out of the box. Everybody here, think out of the box. And yeah, you'll see that we cannot all be thinking in the same way and looking for change. We have to think outside of the box to help ourselves. So I hope that helps you. I don't know if your name is Asisat or Aisha. But yeah, thank you for asking that question. Yeah, Joseph, your hand is raised. You can ask your question.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, so my question is, you were talking about something, I don't know particularly something syndrome. Okay, so in my own case, though, I know how to design very well, and I've been doing it for past 6 or 5 years. I've been designing. So, but one thing is that I easily got overwhelmed and a lot of things when I try a lot of a different tool and that and that. Like I get tired of it and just even though I know how to do it, I just get tired or I get fed up of it and just leave it. So I felt that probably it's related to the syndrome stuff we talked about. So I just want the clarity about the syndrome, this thing that you talked about.
Sorry, I didn't know I was muted. So if I get you right, to say you currently feel overwhelmed and you're learning a lot of things and you feel like, oh, and then you've been a designer for 5 to 6 years and you feel like you're overwhelmed and you're doing everything at the same time. Is that right, Joseph?
Yeah, sure. So I got tired of it and well, it's not only I don't only design wholly. Okay, even I also do a little of data analysis. Like I got tired of it. I'm like, no, this is not really what I want to do. Like something like it's not something okay for me to do, you know. So that's the way I felt.
Mm. Okay. Currently, what do you do?
Okay, currently I do more of data analyst. Yeah,
Well, you used to be a designer.
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. When I was speaking earlier, I spoke about having a why. Why, in the sense that why do I want to be in tech? Why do I want to learn this skill? And what I want to gain out of it. The reason is when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel tired, when you feel bored, this is what you are going to hold on to. If you were listening to when I was talking to Asisat or Aisha, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right. I said for a year I did not have a job. I was working on a full-time a contract gig. In that period, trust me, I felt like more with how good I am. I'm seeing me hustling. I'm looking for a job. I never see. I could have given up at that time. I could have said, you know what, I'm not doing it again. Let me look for something else that'll be bringing in money for me, right? But the reason why I kept on holding on and why I continued and why I can be here to speak to you guys today is because I had a goal when I started. Trust me, everybody says they want to make money from whatever skill that they're learning, right? But trust me, there'll be a time when that money is not coming. And the only reason why you keep on going is because of that goal that you set at your beginning stage. My goal was to help people. And my goal was to make sure that people see that there is something in this particular field and they can make a name for themselves with it, irrespective of their backgrounds, irrespective of whatever challenges they're facing in their life. they would get it. Now imagine I give up. The 10,000 people that are behind me for that, she was doing in the past, she gave up. It doesn't tell a good story, right? It doesn't help anybody. So when I was job hunting and I didn't get a job, that was the reason why I kept going, because it's like, I need to do this so that the people coming after me will see that, yes, there's a way. Data analysis and design, they are two completely different things. They're not even close to each other, right? And I'm sure, sorry, this is me assuming, right? People were telling you that I tried this thing, waiting I they do, see what I they collect, see what I'm making, right? And that's the reason why you jumped fields. Tech is not rose. You're either in it or die. The blood money that people say is in tech is your actual blood that is one of the sucking for you. You need to be able to stand the test of time, the challenges that this tech industry will throw at you, and say, you know what, Omo, I thought bad, I go do them, I go make them. The other way they talk up and getting it every morning, you know what they do now. In the ginger himself say, Omo, I thought bad, I go see $50 chop. It's the same way. I thought bad though, I go wake up, I go still do this thing. Because changing careers at different points in your resume, it doesn't tell a good story to a recruiter. It's like, this one gets bored and he jumps. Okay, if I hire him now, that's the same way he's going to get bored and he leave my company. So build focus. It's okay to explore different things. But what's not okay is learning something for 6 years and you're not even making something small out of it, even if it's 100K months. So there's a dysfunction in your foundation. Remember, I spoke about foundation, your background, and building a foundation for a bungalow and trying to put 2 stories on it. Obviously, it's to crash, and that's why you are feeling overwhelmed currently. So I want you to sit down, carry a book, write, what am I good at? What am I interested in? What am I passionate about? What is something that if you wake me up tomorrow, even if I'm sleeping, and say, oh boy, tell this person about this thing, you'll be able to do that. That thing is what you should be exploring as a person. We talk about Ikigai. Let me type it here so that everybody can go and search for it. Ikigai. Ikigai is what you know, what you like, what you're passionate about, and what you can make money from. All of them tie into each other. Please, this is to everybody. Sorry, this is to everybody. Sit down, sit back, and think. Why exactly am I doing this thing? What do I want to gain out of this thing? And how do I want to do it? Okay. Speak to your men. See, community helps a lot too. I don't know if you are in the tech rights community or maybe you are one of those people that joined randomly, but you need people. You need to speak with people. And the people I'm talking about, they're not people that is anywhere below face. No. You need to speak with people that actually know and have been in your shoes before, be able to tell you. Because honestly, I feel sad that you left design after 6 years and moved to data analysis. I feel really sad because what are you saying that after 6 years you got bored? You say that you got bored, you didn't have a job or something, like it's bad.
No, not like that. I'm still doing the tech. I'm still doing design up to now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still doing it. So, and with the data analyst, especially with the data analyst, I felt so down. Like, is this really what I want to really do? Then I asked myself this question you just said, what you said now, what? Then I asked myself that what can I do? What did I really want to do? Then all I just want to just do is just to design, just to brand. Okay, that is what I just want to do.
Then
So
do it. Then do it. Trust me.
okay.
If they will tell you that brand designers are not making money, now lie. Now big and stupid bastard lie. There's no tech field that you will not be making money. See, they'll be telling that data analysts are the ones that are chopping money. It's a lie. There's no tech field that you are not earning money from. All you just have to do is package yourself in a way that people will be giving you those lead gigs that you're looking for. People when they do Coke billboard, not be designer them. People that are doing people that are branding Big Brother, not be designer them. So you need to think outside the box. You need to think large. How are you packaging your skill? See your skill as a business, not as a hobby. Because all of you, most people, most newbies, they see design as something that, or they see tech as something that somebody says I should come and learn tech. Or that, if you have that mindset, in short, let me share the link to this slide. It's like, this slide would really help you. Go back, think big. It's the mindset that you have that will give you your output. Input is what determines your output. So being overwhelmed, yeah, people get overwhelmed a lot, but don't let it bring you down. Don't let it make you think that, oh, but you don't know what you're doing. Don't let imposter syndrome hold you down. Go back to your small wins, all those things that you were doing that you were enjoying. Think about it, and yeah, I'll share it. Those are what you would hold on to, and yeah, it will make you remember that, oh, no worry, I sabi do this thing. So yeah, take time to rest, hang out with friends, do things that are not tied to tech for a while, so that you can relax. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Rukaya. Thank you. Yeah, that was really an amazing and insightful one. Yeah, so I know Larry. I don't know if you're going to make an ambassador. You always turn up, you always show up, and I don't know, any speaker we have that comes on always ask you 1 or 2 questions, and they just want to get to know you more. But it's good. It's a good one. So thank you, Rukaya, once again for walking us through this and doing justice to the topic: design, code, create a beginner's guide to success. Right? Thank you very much. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
Thank you
All right.
so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Really appreciate. Please, if you have more questions, I'm sorry we can't take more questions. Probably, maybe we could extend these webinar sessions to like 2 hours. You know, our initial plan is 1 hour, but I mean,
Yes.
if the community agrees 2 hours, fine, no problem. So we can have much more questions and, you know, interact and network with one another. It's fine. But Larry, I know you always have questions, but please, you can as well reach out to Rukaya. Please, Rukaya, please permit our people to reach out to you, you know, to ask their questions. You know, you're well versed and experienced in this field as well. So please, you can reach out to Rukaya. She's very spontaneous. That's why she's a design queen. I mean, design queen. So nobody else does it better, right? So reach out to the design queen and get all your questions answered. Right, so thank you very much once again, and we really appreciate doing this with you, Rukaya. It was really an amazing experience. For me, I have learned something. If you haven't learned, I've learned that focus on one thing first before you go on to do another, right? Don't carry everything together. You want to learn design, you want to learn coding, you want to learn content writing, you want to learn graphics design, you want to, you get tired, right? You want to learn no code. No code tools will be in your face. And then this buzz of AI will take your job. You will just get tired. I mean, there are a whole lot of things, but when you get yourself fixated on a particular thing you want to learn and get done with that, then it becomes more clearer about the next step you want to take, right? So that's how it works, right? It's not rocket science. It just takes you step by step. So thank you very much, Rukaya. I've actually learned a lot, and would love to do this with you again, right? I actually enjoyed this session. Thank you very much. And I believe all our viewers and our listeners, both here on Google Meet and also on YouTube, I believe they've also learned 1 or 2 things as well, right? So like I said, you can also send us an email, info@techrise.org, if you need much more information about TechRise, right? And also, we have a goal of training over 10,000 individuals, right, by the end of 2028 in digital literacy, and also empower 100+ local entrepreneurs with tech tools and mentorship sessions like this, and as well scholarship programs, right? So this is what we're all about. This is our goal. And if you love to be part of this movement, join the TechRise DTI community and get yourself hooked up, right? It's been an amazing ride. You can reach out to also community members and we'll share with you how we do it in TechRise community. So thank you very much. And also big shout outs to Dev and Design. Dev and Design has been our backbone. If you've not heard of Dev and Design, I mean, go on Twitter, go on LinkedIn, and you get to see testimonies from students that have passed through Dev and Design, right? So get to know Dev and Design. And also, if you've also not heard of Tovero Energy, Tovero Energy is also one of our big partners, right? They're into green energy, right? So if you have anything you want to do about green energy, you can reach out to Tovero Energy. And Tovero Energy has been making giant strides in the energy space, both tech and energy space, having a program, having a conference, rather, an international conference every year. The abbreviation is actually ICES, right? So if you go online, go on LinkedIn, you can actually see what ICES is all about, right? Africa International Conference for Clean Energy and Energy Storage, right? That's what the international conference is. An African international conference whereby youth, experts, industry experts, academia world, and everybody come together to fuse tech and energy, right? So thank you very much once again, and we'll love to see you again. Come this time, every last Thursday of the month, we meet and we do this every last Thursday of the month with TechRise DTI. So thank you once again. Thank you, Rukaya. Thank you for everyone, 100+ participants, and all those who have made it possible. So see you again, and let's connect on all social media platforms. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Do have a lovely evening. It was nice being here speaking with you guys. Bye.